Welcome back, all my YouTube subscribers, Twitter followers, all the big Giant fans out there. I apologize in advance before I start the video for filming in a car. I live in an apartment building and I don't want to be homeless because I'm going to get very loud in this video, and I felt the need to get my anger out after this debacle of a football game. Before I get started, guys, if you are a big Odell Beckham fan, if you are a big Eli Manning fan, if you're a big Nate Solder fan, if you're a big Janoris Jenkins fan, if you're a big anyone on this team fan other than Saquon Barkley, if you're a big Pat Shermer fan, just turn the video off because it's going to get brutal. I'm going to tear this team limb from limb. As you guys know, I really thought the Giants were going to win this football game, okay, guys? So I apologize for my atrocious prediction. I guaranteed victory. I thought the Giants were going to come out. I thought they were going to build off the game in Carolina. I thought the team was really coming together after how Pat whipped into the team. I thought the team was building something. And everything just went to hell tonight. This was a horrible loss. This is one of the worst losses I've endured in quite some time for a regular season football game. Because everything is breaking right for them. The whole division keeps losing, and the Giants just can't win football games. We've won 4 out of our last 23 contests. It's an embarrassment. This is the New York Giants. We're not supposed to be this way. It's a disgrace. We're like the new Cleveland Browns. And feel free to bash the Entertainah in the comments. If you're a Giant fan, Eagle fan, whoever you are, I guaranteed victory. I said that the Giants were definitely going to win this football game. And they didn't. They were awful. It was an embarrassing display. This game wasn't even as close as the final score. They could have lost 100-0 for all I care. They did nothing on the offensive side of the football other than Saquon Barkley. He's the only guy that I can say anything positive about, and I'll get to him in a second. As you guys know, I love Eli Manning, but I'm an honest guy. I don't pull punches. Eli Manning is done. He is finished. He should have retired last year. He should have went out on his own terms because he is done. He is finished. And they need to bench him. Loletta needs to be the quarterback. And there's going to be a ton of pressure from the media now because now you have 11 days to wait after this disgusting loss. It's time for a change. It really is. And I hate saying that. But Eli, you know what? You should want to sit down. The way that you're getting knocked around like a pinball, you can't do it anymore. You don't have the arm strength. You're throwing up lollipops. You're not what you used to be. And I hate to say that because you're my favorite player of all time. I always say that, but you're done. You've won 4 games out of your last 23. You have to take some responsibility from the quarterback position. It is time for a change, Giants fans. It's time to see Loletta, and I hope we see him next week because I don't even care if Loletta throws 10 picks. I just want to see someone different out there. I'm sick of watching Eli get killed every week, and I hate to say that. It's not all his fault. The offensive line, let me tell you something about this offensive line. It might be worse than last year. Nate Solder is the worst contract in all of football. This guy is I can't believe he's the highest paid offensive lineman in the sport. These guys were running by him like he was a bag of sand. He was a disgrace tonight, Nate Solder. This team got like 14 hits, I think, and like 35, 40 dropbacks, whatever it was. Eli was under constant pressure. I'm not making excuses for Eli. Eli sucked tonight, and people had a right to be upset with him. He has no mobility. His arm strength is not near what it used to be. Odell Beckham has every right to be upset, but I'm going to get to Odell Beckham in a second. The only positive tonight was Saquon Barkley, and he was unbelievable. Tonight, what he did against this is the best run defense in football. He tore him up. He was all over the football field. It's one of the best games I've ever seen a running back have, and I'm fully convinced that we should have taken him with the second-round pick. I'm done hearing that quarterback talk. This guy doesn't come around once every 100 years. This guy is beyond special, and the way he conducts himself on the football field, he scores that 55-yard touchdown. A lot of players would have done their end zone nonsense. No. He knows that they're down by 3 scores. He hands the ball to the ref, and he goes on the bench like a leader, which brings me to Odell Beckham. What does Beckham do after they score that touchdown? Does he go over and congratulate his teammate? No. He goes over to a fan and he starts punching it like a punching bag. What is wrong with this guy? Does this guy have mental issues? And I know what I'm going to hear. People going to say, oh, he's emotional. Enough. And then I got to see him when they still got a play to go in the first half, walk off the field. I don't care who your quarterback is. I don't care how bad he's playing. You're making $95 million a year. You don't get to sit out plays. You don't get to go to the locker room and play early when they're about to throw a Hail Mary because you feel bad. I'm getting sick of this whole team. And I got to see Damon Snacks Harrison jogging, Ogletree jogging. His guys are running past him. This defense quit tonight. It was a disgrace, and they did the same thing they did last year. Janoris Jenkins was awful. This guy is one of the highest paid cornerbacks in football. Nelson Aguilar doesn't got a guy around him for 50 yards. It was a disgrace, the display. And it wasn't just that play. It was all night. He was getting burnt. Everybody was getting burnt. Apple, everybody. The whole secondary was awful. They have guys running for 30-yard gains. This team hasn't been able to run the football all year. It was awful. It really was. Carson Wentz was 10 for 11 on third down. It was a disgrace. There was one play in particular. Vernon gets a sack. I got to see him celebrating. Giants down by 18 points, but you got to celebrate like you cured cancer. They get him to 3rd and 14. Very next play, he hits like a 17-yard pass to Jeffrey on zone coverage, like they're in prevent defense when they're down 21 points. What the hell are you preventing? We're going to have another 3 and 13 team next year, and this whole team has to be rebuilt, and it's not just the talent. It's the locker room. They don't have a leader. There's no leader on this team. Eli Manning doesn't speak up. They haven't had a leader. Those great teams had Strahan. Those great teams had Tuck. They had leaders. They had tough guys. They had guys that spoke. Antonio Pierce. This team doesn't have that. The best players on this team, one of them's punching fans, pissing on nets, going to the media, talking about this, that, the other thing. Eli Manning doesn't speak up for anybody. They don't have a leader on this team. Barkley's probably the leader, and he's a rookie. You got a 22-year-old pup leading this football team. They're years away from being a good team, and I hate to say that. I was so positive this year. I really thought they were going to turn around. I love the offense, but as I said, this team is a pig with lipstick. You got all these great fantasy players. They have no offensive line. They don't got a quarterback that can throw the deep ball anymore. This team is a joke, and I hate to say that. I always try to be positive. You saw that last week when I brought out the positivity. There's nothing to be positive about tonight, guys. I'm sorry. This team was a disgrace tonight, and I'm embarrassed to be a Giants fan. So now we got 11 days to sit in misery and just wait. And just wait till we probably get killed again when we go up against Atlanta, because this team's probably going to do what they did last year when they quit, because they showed no different today. They fell behind by 3 scores, and they just went to sleep, and they quit. I wouldn't even be upset if this team fought like last week. This team just laid down and died against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's unacceptable. I'm sick of losing this team. I don't even care if you go 2 and 14 this year. I wanted to beat the Eagles. We haven't beaten this team in what seems like a decade. This team beats us every time they play us. They have our number. We can't beat them. And I'm disgusted. I'm upset. I'm depressed. I just felt I needed to voice myself tonight because this was a tough night for me, Giants fans. So, guys, I apologize again for the quality of the video. I don't like doing this, but I didn't want to get kicked out of my apartment building tonight because I knew it was going to be loud. I knew it was going to be emotional. Before the entertainer goes, I just wanted to make one quick announcement for all my diehard Giant fans out there. You know who you are. Ace, Tam Hill, Handsome Flea, Christian Jones, Dwight, whoever it is, everybody who always comments on my videos. I really hope that you guys join me. I'm going to be doing my first live Giants stream Monday. It's going to be around 7 to 7:30. It's going to be talking about the Giants and broad NFL, but I just love talking to you guys, and I hope you guys call in. So, guys, I hope it gets better. I really do. We got Atlanta coming up in 11 days, and it's going to be a tough one to win. I don't see it. I think this team's going to fall apart like last year, but I hope I'm wrong. I'm a diehard Giant fan. I live and die with this team. And all we can do is hope as Giants fans. I got emotional last week. I bought into it. I'm a fan like everybody else. You know, I'm not an expert. I'm not these guys on ESPN. I bought into it. My heart overtook my mind, and I thought the Giants were going to get a lot better this week, and they didn't. They crashed and burned like they always do. But that's all you can hope for, that they get better. So I hope they do, and I hope you guys keep tuning into my videos. If you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give the Entertainah a little thumbs up. I'm really bummed out about this loss, guys. As always, cheers.